So you're dealing with some difficult employees. Well, taking them out back and beating them is definitely not an option. Maybe back in 1901, but it's 2019 and those are no longer options. Seriously, all jokes aside, you're not alone in this. Everyone deals with employee challenges. To be honest, I've spoke to thousands of business owners, and no matter at what size business, what industry, or at what state across the country, employee challenges and issues is such a universal thing that every business owner deals with. In this video, I'm going to share 3 things that you definitely must do or at least try in your business. These things have definitely helped me deal with my employee challenges over the years. Stay tuned. So ask yourself what business you're in. And the answer to that question is you're in the people business. And I think so many people don't think about this, as a business owner. You just think you're in the business of whatever it is that you do, whatever product or service that you're delivering. And the reality is we're all in the people game as business owners. It can get really frustrating sometimes dealing with different people and personalities and employee challenges. But the reality is everyone deals with employee challenges. So in this video, I'm going to share a few things that have been really helpful for me. Also keep this in mind. Someone once shared this with me and I've always thought about it. And it basically, they said, hey, make sure that you're praising people in public and reprimanding people in private. You've probably heard that one before, but keep that one in mind. If you reprimand people constantly in public, it can make a lot of other employees who are doing a good job feel really uncomfortable. You don't want the one bad apple that's probably already spoiling the bunch for you to now spoil things even further because you're reprimanding people in public. So the first thing that you need to ask yourself before you waste any more time is this person, this employee that's giving you a challenge, are they a good culture fit? Should they even be in your business? Culture is really the most important thing in my business. So are they a culture fit? And are they coachable? And can this person change? Is this just like a self-contained issue, a one-off, a one-time issue? Or no matter what you do, will this person just never change? You really need to ask yourself that question and get real, with yourself. If they're not coachable, if they're just a not good person, and you've already tried a million things, I think the answer in the writing might be on the wall. And you're probably going to wind up here anyways, so it might make sense at this point to part ways. If it's just a one-off thing or the person, people are entitled to go through a rough patch, whether it's in your business or personally, things happen, life happens. So you have to give people the opportunity. If they're just not going to change or they're just not the right culture fit for the business, again, it might be time to part ways. Number 2, this one's important and believe it or not, can make a really huge difference. Is this person in the right seat? Meaning, is this person in the right role in your business? If someone's in the wrong seat and they're almost being forced to do something that they're not good at, or it's not their natural ability, or it's just not something that they love, then it might seem like they're causing problems, but again, they might just not be in the right role in the business. So before you look to either part ways or just constantly have to have over and over conversations and not really getting anywhere or getting any changed results, it might actually be because the person's not in the right seat. It's worth having a conversation with this employee and understanding, is this role for them, and looking around at your business, and is there an area or place that you can shift this person into? If that's not an option, again, it may make sense and it may be better mutually for each person that at this point you part ways. If someone's not in the right role, it's not only going to be stressful for you, it's also going to be stressful for them. So it's worth having a conversation. So number 3, have you sat down and just had a real and direct conversation with the employee that's giving you this issue? Sometimes when you sit down and just have a human conversation, you actually can get to the real root of the problem. Sometimes it might be something that is completely shocking that you didn't even know or realize. There just could be something going on personally outside of work that's really affecting what's going on in the business. Or there may be a real issue in the business that you're just unaware of. And there might actually be a real reason for why the person's being difficult. But if you don't have a direct, simple, to the point human conversation, you'll never really know what the issue is. For me, it's been really helpful and important to always get to the root of the problem, find out what that is, and then seeing if we can fix it from there. So one thing I like to share is every state's HR rules and laws are different, so definitely make sure that you're checking with HR. If you don't have an HR department, there are HR services that are available out there. We actually offer them to our clients to utilize, and I'll share a link and how you can get connected with those at the end of this. So make sure you definitely know those HR rules and laws. It's also really important to make sure that you're documenting all these challenges and make sure that you have them in your employee file. Super important. So a bonus thing I'll drop in here, which can be really helpful in these situations, is when you're having that direct talk and you're still dealing with challenges, put what's called an exit PIP plan in place. That's a performance improvement plan. Basically, it outlines the areas that need improvement, and if there's not these type of improvements, it's basically grounds for termination. I hope you found this video helpful. And remember, running a business is not easy. If it was, everybody would do it. Remember, you're not the only one that's dealing with these challenges, but it's really important to address all of these challenges head on and as quickly as possible, because you don't want one bad apple to ruin the whole bunch. Again, thanks for watching my video. Thanks for tuning in to Grow by Joe. Check out the link below in my description. You can get connected with my team and find out more about that HR service, which is really helpful if you don't have an HR department in your business. And please make sure that you subscribe to my videos and add any comments below. I'd love to hear any feedback that you have. Good luck, and I hope you're able to get to the bottom of this employee challenge that you're dealing with. I wish you nothing but success in your business. Take care. We'll talk soon.